device. Yes, rotate device. Rotate device. Oh my God! What? All right, I guess I'm not rotating the device. So sorry, guys. This is what it is right now. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I'm currently in Aria Realty's Tesla. That's you.
What's up, everybody?
This is where we're going. We're all going to Atlantic City right now. We're gonna go in and get, excuse me, the good stuff. We just had some Starbucks. I got I don't even know what they were called. Bacon Groy egg bites. They were really heckin' good. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And on top of that, we just did a live stream with Aria Realty. This is how to retire in your 30s. So, he's pretty much soft retired. The only work that he does right now is pretty much just YouTube videos and then gambling, right? Playing poker.
Yeah, I'm a poker player.
Yeah, so he's a poker player. He's much better than I am. Like, if I'm skill level 4, going on 1 through 10, he's like a 8 or a 9. We actually had talked about him playing in the World Series of Poker, me bankrolling him. Let's do that this year. When is it?
Okay.
Summer, right?
I think it's summer, yeah.
Was it this summer?
I think we missed it.
Okay, well, next year, you heard it here first. I'm going to put him in the World Series of Poker, pay for his entry fee, and then after, let's say he places, what do you have to place to win, like 50K?
50K is like nothing.
Really?
I mean, well, you gotta get through the whole entire field, and once you finally get to the payments, that's the last place.
Oh, okay, so once he gets to the payments, just to get that 50K, once he pays back that 10K, then we split it right down the middle.
I like that.
Yeah, so that's
good deal.
That is a great deal. That is a fantastic deal. So I'm going to, and then if he loses, no harm, no foul. You know, like, I mean, I might have to give him the backhand, keep my pimp hand strong, but for the most part, but that's not how you retire at 30. I'm just giving you guys a little background of what he does, and you guys are a little cloudy, I think. So exactly what I have been doing as far as this is, we both were in the military around the same time. You were what, 2011 to 2015?
2010 to 2015.
2010 to 2015. He did 5 years. I did 4 years. I was not that patriotic. I went from 2012 to 2016. So military, it helps you as far along the lines of saying like, okay, well, you don't have to pay for healthcare. You don't have to pay for, even now, like I go to VA for pretty much everything. What about you?
Yeah, so do I. I use the VA.
Yeah, so if you're like 22 or 17, it's not a bad idea going into the military for 4 years. Now, again, why that 4 and 5 years is like appropriate and good, because you don't really forget what it's like to be a civilian. You don't really forget, you know, what it's kind of like to struggle and to pay for things. And at the same time, any longer than that, you know, you go on a couple deployments and suddenly you're not the same person. Like, you're not. I've seen that time and time again, where I come in with people and then they go on a few deployments and then there's not the same. Like, just things just happen. And I'm not even talking about worst case scenario. I'm not talking about death. I'm talking about like their spouse is cheating on them.
Yeah.
And they're just like how many times have you seen people get Dear John letters? Good amount?
Yeah. Good amount, yeah.
But so going in for a little while, and again, do the best that you can. You will feel pride in serving your country. I know I did. I don't know how many awards you got. You got.
If I had kids, I'd definitely go into the military. So I think that sets up people like very well.
Yeah. It definitely has a certain amount of. Also, like when you say certain things, like, oh, they were in the military, it's like you just get that little added layer of like, okay, they at least probably know what they're talking about, at least a little bit. Although there were some times where people would message me like, hey, are we going to war with this country? And I'd be like, bro, I don't know what time I'm getting off shift. Like, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, again, not that we could say anything, but you said that the Montero on the radio, is that what that is? Montero?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Lil Nas, Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
Lil Nas X walked so I could run. So we, what was I saying? About the, I forget, you distracted me with the Montero, the Lil Nas X. Yeah, damn you, Roadcast. Damn you all to hell.
Talking about military or something?
Yeah, but what about the military?
No.
Oh yeah, so like, where, yes, you can go and you can get secret clearance or top secret. Did you ever have top for anything?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
I hate you so much.
Yeah.
All right, so top secret clearance is very hard to get. They have to interview like a bunch of your friends, a bunch of your family. They go like years back.
Yeah, they do.
And I only had secret clearance for most things. There was 1 or 2 things where like instead of getting like separate, it's like, okay, well, you have top secret for this because you You do. You're part of that mission. So like you are briefed on that particular thing. But I guess you had it in general.
No, it was crazy. Top secret clearance. They're interviewing my friends, my family, people I didn't even like really talk to.
People you don't talk to. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm like, how'd you even know about that person?
Yeah. And like government, every email you have ever sent, they have.
Yeah.
Whether you're using their system or not, they have it. They know exactly what you've done, where you've been. Like that's why people are saying like, oh well, I don't want to get this because they could track me. The government's tracking you already. Just like the government, but again, they don't care unless you're about to be, giving that secret or top secret clearance. They don't care.
They flew some random like federal dude to Texas where I was in the Air Force at the time just to ask me a question. I'm like that's federal spending for you.
Yeah, what did that cost? Like $10,000 just to get it to you?
Yeah.
But also at the same time, in the military, they spend about $100,000 on you, training you.
Yeah.
And that's just through basic training, and then tech school, whatever. Like if you're like proficient with weapons and stuff on top of that, add another $100,000 on top of that, because again, the experience with that weapon is just because of the ammo that you use and the type of instruction.
Yeah.
You're not getting instruction from like Joe Schmo backwoods guy. You're getting instructions from like hardcore like security forces, military people, MTLs. So it's very you're worth a lot. Like you can go and contract whatever you want outside of that. Like you can go and contract for Corvallis or DynCorp, Blackwater federal contracts. You make $100,000 a year. Like I don't know about you. Yeah. But I heard stories with people in like Iraq and Afghanistan, the contractors that were there that just were in charge of the sign-in sheet that says like, oh, you're about to use that computer in the morale tent, sign here please. And those people are making 6 figures a year.
Yeah, he's not lying.
People that like do laundry for you, because in Afghanistan you're not allowed to do your own laundry. Unlike Kuwait, where we had to like book it up the freaking hill in order to do our laundry.
I think somebody, I think the people who open and close the gate at Kuwait, and they just push a button, have the gate open and close.
Yeah. Oh,
and they made 6 figures.
Do you remember Saley?
I think so.
So Saley's the Asian dude. He was in Iraq, and the security, like they almost an international incident happens. It always happens, like around where and Taps Trades commented and says, "I want to be Randy Rich. He has a personal driver." Taps,
I am the personal driver.
Taps, we're going to Atlantic City. Come meet us. Come with us, bro. Come here tonight. We're going to Harris. So
hopefully don't get demonetized because you're not driving.
Yeah. What's up, Caden Reap? What's up, Motiva Productions? Cameron Walters, Grill Master, Rohan Kath. You distracted me. And Taps Trades. How's it going? So yeah, the military is definitely a big. I guess I didn't go over the international incident. So there's these squirrels. They were going into. What's up, Ethan Youngberg? And Ethan Youngberg, this is for you too, because you're 17. So military is not a bad idea for for 4 years, 6 years, whatever. But these secret squirrels were coming in some place. I don't even know where it was, like Al Assad or Al Takeda, wherever, some random airfield in Assad. They were going to their next destination, but because they hadn't been cleared by whatever, they weren't supposed to go to their aircraft. Like they weren't allowed to go by the TO, by the regulations in our book. And then they lock and load. They're like, we'll shoot our way to the plane. I'm like, whoa. So Saley's like, hang on. Like he talked to the Iraqi police that he's with. Like, listen, let me get the manifest. Let me go do whatever, and then we could let these guys through. And then thankfully he I don't know if he got this isn't the Model S. Was it Model 3?
It's Model 3.
This is a Model 3.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a but I think he got a medal for that, for like averting an international incident. Which that happens once in a while. Don't if you're ever in Qatar, don't touch people with your left hand, because they wipe their butts with their left hand. Yeah. So if you touch people or hand something with their left hand, that's considered an insult to them. But after we did that, you got out in 2015, I got out in 2016. We both were wound up. Did you work after that? Or did you chill for a while?
I think I chilled for a while.
Because I got out December 2016. And I went and joined Nassau Community College January of 2017. So I literally, like 3 weeks after I got out, I joined college. And my goal was to be an x-ray technician, because I was a veterinary assistant for like 9 years before I joined the military. And I was very good at taking x-rays, like I'm very good at it. And I thought, and that's what he was going for as well. Before I convinced him to drop out of school for YouTube and Earth 2. That's
true.
And I realized that, okay, x-ray technician, let's say after 5 or 8 years, whatever, you can make like 90 grand a year. You know, I think, at least in New York.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And instead of people looking at me as like a symbol of conflict in the military, they could look at me as a symbol of comfort. So I go to school, and if you go to school, you go to school for free after you had joined the military.
Yep.
As long as you have the Montgomery GI Bill. No, just the post 9/11 GI Bill. The Montgomery's BS. Yeah. Don't get the Montgomery.
The post 9/11.
The post 9/11 GI Bill is the best. So they're going to try to tell you, I don't know if they get commissions off this, but they're going to tell you in basic training to go for the Montgomery GI Bill. Don't do it.
And you got to pay like $1,200 for it.
Yeah, you got to pay $1,200 for it. That's like, no. So, but the post 9/11 GI Bill, you get 3 years of school for free. And then not only that, but they actually pay you like a staff sergeant like salary for just for living expenses. So they give you like 20 for in New York. It's $2,800 a month. What were you getting?
About the same. It's
yeah,
like 24 then.
Yeah, it's like $2,800 a month just for living expenses. And y'all know me, I was living like a pauper. I was paying like $800 a month to live in that boiler room, and I was pocketing the rest. I was, and so I had, after one semester, I got out, and if anyone knows anyone that does high-risk lending, like I did, and I'm pretty sure I told you about it too, like, hey, give me a couple bucks. Puppy Chow actually got in, Wolfgang?
Yeah.
So somebody that we served with invested like, $5,000 with me just for the high-risk lending. I was like, I won't even take a vig on it because you're my friend. I'll give you everything from it. And gave me $5,000. I literally gave her $7,500 once she came back from deployment. So she increased her net worth by 50%, or at least that $5,000 worth by 50%, literally inside of a year, because of me, because of what I was doing with it. So
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Again, it was only $5,000, but if she did that with $50,000, I don't think I would have been able to do that. I think I might have only been able to do it by 15-20%, give or take. But again, the more capital I have, the more I'm able to do. So, but we both noticed that if you're going to do something, go all in. Even Warren Buffett says, like, he hates diversifying, because if you find something that's good, like a VV, like a Bitcoin, or an Earth 2, again, this is all our opinions, not financial advice, not financial advisors, but I have about 32 million OMI as of today, because he transferred me that last million from this morning. It's over $100,000, and I have another 100K that I'm not going to put all that in OMI, but I'll put it in Bitcoin, I'll put it in Earth 2 and OMI. So go find things that are undervalued. Go find things that, and how do you tell it's undervalued? Well, how many people want this? Generally in collectibles, all right, the older, the rarer, the minter, the better. So if you find something that's first edition, that's old, that's graded really high, that a lot of people want, great. And you can do that not just with Pokemon. You can do that with any collectible. Like, I don't know, what do you like? Like Barbie? Like, what's
I love Barbie.
Yeah. Tap Trey's like Barbie too.
Yeah.
I like My Little Pony.
What's that quote that Warren Buffett says? Be greedy when others are fearful.
And be fearful when others are greedy. So that's the thing. Yeah. Like, a bunch of people have so much FUD going around with like Tesla. So much FUD going, and look, yeah, the company, if you can read the balance sheets and the profit and loss sheets, fine, great. But you have to make sure you look at the leadership. Look at the CEO. Look who's making the decisions. Elon Musk is borderline crazy, working so hard, sleeping at the shop because he has to. All right, what happens with Al Kahn and David Yu and Dan Crothers? These guys, godfathers of licensing, workhorses, successful, already successful. They don't need to do this. They're only doing this specifically so that they can go and solidify their legacy, make even more money, and then just do whatever they want with. And then look at the mission. Look at, it's a disruptive technology it's a disruptive company in an innovative technology. And let's see, why did you get a Tesla?
I got it because I want to save money. Yeah, it's a big price up front. Price up front. But I don't want to pay for maintenance and gas anymore, so that's why I bought this. Yeah,
I think with my car, luckily I have a Honda Civic, and that's been pretty good, but it's still several $100s. Honestly, just because of the driving, it was literally like, I don't know, like $60 a month in gas, and then I'm going and looking at, let's say, between regular maintenance, so it's probably a couple $1,000s a year in maintenance and gas and stuff, and just getting new parts, because some things you want to be proactive with, like getting new tires, whatever, the battery. But A lot of people like Tesla. They want to buy Tesla. Just also the full self-driving. He locked in at $5,000.
Yep.
And now full self-driving is $10,000.
It drives by itself.
And it drives by itself.
You know.
So, and it's not even fully solved yet. Tesla. And again, I pre-ordered 2 Cybertrucks, and why? Because I locked in the full self-driving at $7,000. Now it's $10,000. So they already appreciated $3,000 each.
Yep.
Tab Trade says, favorite Buffett quote, stock market is the only market where everything goes on sale and everyone runs out of the store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
I applied to crypto in the bear market. Yeah. 100% Tabs. The ideas that, yeah, Warren Buffett, even though that I think value investing, I think is pretty much over with and dead.
Yeah.
Because again, for the same time though, he had, everything was the same for the same time, but now the world is changing in a very rapid way. Like, what did Red say in what's that book? That was a movie that was with Brooks was here, and basically he said that the world went and got itself in a hurry. What is the name of that book? Shawshank Redemption. Yeah.
I was never gonna get to that.
Yeah. The world is going up and getting itself in a hurry with crypto, where 10 years ago, more than half the people, 90% of people, did not know what Bitcoin was. Now, I'm going to say more than half people do know what Bitcoin is.
Yeah.
And you have these banks that are going and fudding the shiz out of it and saying, hey, people are getting out of Bitcoin to go back to gold. It's like, no, the fudge, they're not. I think Bank of America had a thing today where they're putting money in to get a team specifically for Bitcoin research. And like you have Fidelity and Wells Fargo that are saying that we have they're only putting Bitcoin options for their wealthy clients, 8 figures and above. So they have to have $10 million and above in order to buy Bitcoin through them, which is so weird.
Yeah.
But I don't know why you do that. Like, you just do it like for free on your own. And yeah, the idea is that I'm trying to think. The idea is that you can make. Again, I wouldn't trust these meme coins like Shiba or Beeb or Elon Doge or anything, because you want something that's attached to a good product. Why is Omi? Why did I put I have 100 grand in Omi? Why do I have that? Because it's attached to Vivi. NFTs. If you think NFTs are not going to be the future, one, I think you're just lying to yourself. But if you don't think NFTs are going to be the future, don't invest in anything with Vivi. Don't invest in Omi. But if you think that, oh hey, I have a kid and they buy skins on Fortnite all the time. They buy skins on CS:GO, and they bought that little animal. You ever play Among Us?
I have.
You know that you could pay for like a little animal that follows you around. Like that's essentially what, and even in $4,500, where the normal Gucci bag that it was based off.
I think it's in the world, but I also see where it's going to. So I'm definitely into it. What it is.
So, I'm going to disappoint you with this. I spent about $1,600 on NFTs yesterday. On the drop, I got the $90 drop of the Ghost Trap, and then I paid $1,500. That was number 170 because it was in the top 10% of because it 1750 serial numbers, and I got 175 or 170. So I was like, all right, this is great.
Like I have tons of NFTs. I think they're dumb, but I have tons because I know that's where everybody wants to go, and that's where all the money.
Yeah,
is.
and again, nothing. I also, when I got the high risk lending business, I also was working between that, Pokemon, and YouTube, like 80 hours a week, and that's how I did that for a couple of years. And I remember I quoted Elon. I was on LSD, and I was quoting Elon Musk to my girlfriend because she said why are you working so much? And I was like, well, I want to go and get as much money as I can to buy to buy land in Madagascar for conservation efforts. Like, be the Brown Steve Irwin, buy wilderness areas and donate them to conservation efforts. And then I realized eventually that you could only do that for so long. You can only stretch yourself so thin. And outside of that, I think I have the knowledge now to know where certain things are going, where I can read the writing on the wall. Like, I know NFTs are going. Like, I know virtual reality, where it's going. So Earth 2, virtual real estate. Vivi, where you have that virtual reality that in the Viviverse. Both companies got their inspiration from Ready Player One. Let me get the comments real quick. Number says 2 Cybertrucks. Ethan says, I literally can't sleep at all at night. All I can think about is trying to get a 500,000 Omi. Any advice how to get there faster? All right, Ethan, you're young. I don't know if you're in school right now. It's summer. You might not be, but this is what I would do if I was in your position, and I know what I know now. That time is going to pass by anyway, and what I would do is, if I had no skills, I would work at like 7-Eleven full time, and then I would work at another 7-Eleven at least part time, and I would go and all right, rate that $20 super chat. Bet 11 black for me. We will bet 11 black for you.
We will.
We will. I'll do it, and then we'll both do it.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. So yeah, Ethan Youngborough, I would go and I would be working 60 hours, because again, 60 hours a week to me is a week off. Like when I was doing it, I was doing 80, 90 hours a week. Plus I was trying to work out. Plus I had a girlfriend. So that's what I would do, and I would chuck everything into. I would chuck a little bit into Bitcoin, specifically because God forbid, say Earth 2 doesn't make it and VV blows up and the app is like no longer functional. You need to have a fallback, and I think having some Bitcoin. Do you have Bitcoin?
I do.
Good. I have a little less than 2 Bitcoin right now. I had 3, but I keep selling it to buy more OMI.
I think I have like 5,000 worth of Bitcoin or something like that.
Okay, yeah, like 1/6, because Bitcoin's like what, 32? I think. But that's what I would do. I would literally, because again, you're young, and young is when a good time to find out where your limits are, because you could find out when you're young, or you could stay in that comfort zone and be like, all right, I'm never going to come out of here because it's comfortable here, and then maybe one day you're in a pickle, and you have to find out where your limits are at 35, and then let's say when you have to do that, you find out that there's nothing there. You find out that you can't do it. It's good to find out where your limits are right now when you're young, when your risk tolerance is high as well, and then as you do that, you can gauge like, okay, how long can I do this for? How long can I do this without breaking? Because you do need mental breaks every once in a while. Yeah. You do, because I remember being at my girlfriend's house and I was saying, like, again, quoting Elon Musk, saying like, people should not work this much. It hurts. And I was like crying. I was like, it hurts my heart and my brain. And it did. And she was just like thinking like, pussy. Like, it's just, but it is. You do need to self-care. Like, treat yourself. Take care of yourself like you're taking care of someone that you love. Take care of yourself like your dog. Like, you want to feed your dog the best food so they live a long time. And exercise your dog so that they're happy and healthy, and take them places. So definitely do take days off once in a while. I mean, when I would take days off, I would enjoy the shiz out of it, because I deserved it. But that's what I would do right now. I would get a job at like 7-Eleven or the highest paying job that you can, work full time, and then get another part-time job, 20 hours a week there. That's what I would do. Taps Trade says, Ethan, don't spread yourself too thin, but make a plan to slowly add when you can. No rush for long-term investing unless you're swing trading. That too. I don't think OMI will really move until we get to immutable X on the Ethereum blockchain. Yeah, but that's so. Wraithax, when we bet 11 black, I'm also going to bet 17 black and 19 black. We'll do some prime numbers. Yeah, we'll do some prime numbers.
I like that.
So yeah, Tabs Trades is what he does long term, but he does trading also. So definitely listen to Tabs. Go subscribe to him. He does I think he's probably my favorite OMI YouTuber. Dan Lee is really funny, and Cavell Anderson's like a hype man. But Tabs Trades like the technical analysis, and he stays calm. He calmly explains to you, like, he's not like going in there like Scarface, guns blazing, like he's like who's the guy from The Godfather, where he calmly explains, like, leave the gun, take the cannoli. He's like, he calmly explains to you how he's going to do everything. Where me, I get a little excited. I bought the past few days. I've been buying $1 million worth of OMI, or not $1 million worth, $1 million OMI on stream every day. You can't do it now. You don't have your computer. Right? You can't. So I'm not going to be able to buy OMI the rest of the day until tomorrow night when we're back home. Kelly Butts says, these two life in fantasy land. Kelly Butts, we're both retired. This is why we can make this video, because we're both retired in our 30s. Okay, Ray Thank you for that $20 super chat. Dr. Vescovin says, started 2 years ago, 5K at the age of 18. On my way to 50K this year. Dude, get it, Dr. Vescovin. Again, I'm jealous, but I'm also so happy for you guys that are so young and doing this. That, again, had I been a normal person, joined the military at 18 instead of like 21, 22, I would have been retired for 4 years by now. Yeah, and you didn't join until you were 30, right?
No, I was 27.
27. Okay. Oh, you got out at just after 30.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could go in the military, I think, up until 35. Right?
Yeah, it's crazy now. I think it's like 38 now.
Oh, they raised it.
Like,
That's
nuts. Picture being like a one striper, 38-year-old.
Oh my God, no, no. Yeah. So, but no one would probably mess with you and be like, "Oh man, he's ready. He's ready to kill. He's on the hunt."
Yeah.
I think even the TIs would be like, yeah, they'd be kind of scared.
Yeah.
Imagine being in the dorms as a 38-year-old. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I remember one time, it was in the dorms. It was for Cinco de Mayo, where somebody was running up and down the halls in a Big Bird suit, screaming, "I killed Sirius Black." So they're like, "I killed Sirius," and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was off like a 12-hour shift. What is going on? Like, someone hand me a drink. Like, I'm not too sober for this. But yeah, I'm so jealous of you guys that are starting younger. I would trade everything I had away right now just to be 20 years old, 17 years old again, so I could do it quicker. Like, again, you can make money. You can always make money, but time you just can't get back. I would, like, oh my God.
Yeah, time's more important than money.
Yeah,
100%.
like nowadays, like, you have to buy back time. Like, if you're making so much money and you have, let's say you're working so much, you have a little bit of money now. Do you want to spend an hour mowing your lawn and, like, doing the lawn? Like, just pay someone for that so you can spend time with your family, spend time with friends and loved ones. And again, it's worth it spending your time with friends. It's worth it doing that. So Tash Trace has just noticed the black nails, getting Orochimaru vibes. That is an anime reference for the uninitiated.
Oh.
But I think I don't know. But this is more of like an emo thing. Like, when I was a young boy,
You're the most happy, active emo person I've ever met in my life.
You don't know my struggle, Aria Realty. You don't know my story. You ever see that Family Guy episode where so they're on like America's Next Top Model and they're talking to Tyra Banks? It's like, "You don't know my life, my story, where I've been, what I came from," and then she, "Oh, this is so cool, this Tesla Model 3. I just whooshed back in my chair." But then yeah, like she like sheds her skin and becomes a lizard.
Yeah.
that's what she was. But yeah, I like to be happy. Life is good right now. Life is great right now.
Yeah.
Dr. Breskibinsky says 2 is key. Yeah, that's great that you have all this. 5K at the age of 18, on my way to 50K this year. Good for you. Again, what I do, which any classical investor would tell you that I'm an idiot, and they would say, don't put any more than 5% of your net worth into any one thing. And I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
I sent you that gift.
Yeah, you did. But I go all in. I went all into high risk lending. I spent $80,000 last year on a Pokemon card when I did not have. I had to sell my collection. I had to sell some Tesla, and I got that $80,000 Pokemon card, and I sold it for a lot more than that. It was more. I can't say the final number. It was more than triple of that price. With a lot of cash, a lot of trade in, and again, I went all in on Tesla. I went all in on Earth 2. I have $100,000 in OMI. I'm pretty sure that makes me all in, and I'm not done yet.
Dude, I personally seen him go explode with the Tesla stock. Like, that was nuts.
Yeah, that was. I would send him my E-Trade account. Like, I have this much Tesla now.
Yeah.
100 shares. When it split, it was like, I have over 100 shares of Tesla. Yeah, that was great. I think the final total was 188 before I sold.
Yeah.
But yeah, I literally this week I think I spent like 30 grand, 50 grand on. Last week I spent 20 grand just on that one day on OMI.
Yeah.
But that's how much I believe in it. I don't half-ass any one thing. I whole-ass one thing.
You like that whole ass.
Yeah, like the full moon. I go and do that because, again, if I even told my girlfriend, listen, if this thing fails and I have to go, I have to go back to work. Like that's fine. And she said, yeah, that's okay. And I told my friend Tyler, listen, go, and he has a house and he likes Ethereum. Go and take out an equity line of credit on your house that you have to pay 3% on, and then just stake Ethereum. You get 6% on the Ethereum, so that 6% more than covers the 3%, and you get 100K of Ethereum. So like,
yeah.
What the fudge is wrong? Like, he still hasn't done it yet. I don't know what he's waiting for. Junior Sanchez says, "What's up, Randy?" Prescott says, "But don't gamble, you will lose." Luckily, it's the reason why I started investing. Yeah, for the most part, most people, when they gamble, most people lose. I can count cards, and Aria Realty is like one of the most savage poker players I've ever had the privilege of getting my money taken by. And again, like so the reason why I don't go out to Atlantic City all that often, because I don't live in New Jersey anymore. It was easy when we were stationed at McGuire Air Force Base.
Yeah.
It's like an hour and a half away. We just go down the other. Yeah, it was perfect. But I would go every other weekend. Now I haven't gone in like a year, partly because of the pandemic. But yeah, so now like I'm going like, yeah, we're going for fun, but we're going to make some money. Like it's not we're not going just to like lose $1,000. We're gonna go try to make some money, especially for Wraithax over there. Alan Thompson says road trip. Just logged on. Where you guys are going? Big ups to Aria. Yep. Kristen Velasco says, sup Randy, say hi to Aria, have a safe trip, thank you. Oh, Taps Trays says, appreciate you, brother, love the streams. Yeah, love you too, man. We gotta meet up, we'll meet up at a Comic-Con, I think, at some point. Yeah. We won't even plan it, it'll just be like, oh, we'll be like that Spider-Man meme, like, Hedman says, retirement is overrated. Like, well, just because we say retire, like, we're not, like, I'm not sitting, although I do sit at home a lot, but like, I run more than half the week each morning, and then I go and I hang out with friends. I go to lunch, I go to the gym, I stream. And again, I research a lot of things that people ask me to. I research a lot of things that I find fun. Like, I love watching animal documentaries. If you follow like Nature is Metal on like Reddit or on Instagram, it is sad. Like, animals are savage. They're savage AF. YJ3 says, do you think Omi will get to $1? I'm looking forward to 10 cents. Got a 10 million bag. Oh, 10 million.
10 million.
Nice. I think, again, why I think it'll get to $1 by the end of 2026 is these reasons. I say by the end of next year, so the end of 2022, I think we'll reach about 20 cents. And from there, I think we can grow 50% each year. So the end of 2023 will be 30 cents. End of 2024 will be 45 cents. The end of 2025, you're looking at about 66 cents. And the end of 2026, you'll be about $1. And actually, Dan Lee had done an earnings per share like initiative, like going on, if they trade on, I think it was like 300 times earnings per share, they go and they get, that brings them to $1. Whereas Tesla's trading at like 600 earnings per share. And I think Amazon's trading at like 1,000, give or take. We got Wraithax, that $5 super chat, saying, you ever go to Gen Con, Indianapolis? It's a great gaming con. I haven't.
I've not, no.
You want to go? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. When is it, Wraithax? We'll go. We'll go. We'll go beat some daddy sodas. Yeah, so YJ3, I do believe it'll go to $1. I do believe, but because again, in my opinion, not financial advice, that this is a $1 trillion market cap. NFTs, I think multi-trillion, but I think it is a $1 trillion market cap. And who's at the forefront? Who is miles and years ahead of the competition? Other people aren't even out the gate yet. Do you see apps for Quid or Terra Virtua? Do you see, again, that stream that they did said it all. When they had their other competition there that said, yeah, we want to get these licenses. We want to build this app. Okay, well, I want $1 million. I'm waiting. I mean, it'll probably happen by the end of this year. Yeah. But yeah, these guys they're talking the talk, they're walking the walk too. I am 100% on board with these guys. He's got a couple million Omi. So I think he's got more money than I do in Earth 2. He's got like $600,000 in Earth 2. Yeah. I have maybe like 50,000 in that. I have, but for actual millionaires, like hopefully I'll be able by the end of this year. Right now, Omi only has to reach 3.4 cents for me to be a millionaire, and
that's crazy.
Yeah, only 3.4 cents, and that's what I have right now. I'm gonna get more tomorrow when I go back home. Yeah. I'm gonna get more every day, pretty much until I'm gonna pretty much be buying $1 million, $2 million each day until San Diego Comic-Con. That's do the math on that.
Yeah.
North American Ham says, my little brother did satellite communications in the Army, Sergeant, 2013, 2017, and now makes really great money in the private satellite network business. Totally can be, yeah. A lot of times people will go and, like contractors, they'll be given like $100,000 bonus for re-signing up. Why? Because they spend $100,000, $200,000 training you, and like they want you to stay in because they don't want you to go and make triple, quadruple what you're making in the private sector because they wasted all that money training you. So especially nuclear engineers, like they get like $250,000 bonuses. Yep. Actually, I ran into this one lady in Lackland Air Force Base. It was in the med bay. It was at the medical unit. She was just getting like a checkup, but she was a 4-star general. I forget her name, and she was a nuclear physicist. And she told me the story of just like, yeah, I was a nuclear physicist, and I always wanted to be a general in the military. I was like,
she got there,
and she was like 70-something years old, They waived everything for her. She doesn't have to pass a PT test. She doesn't have to do anything because that type of knowledge is invaluable.
Yeah.
Like if you're a doctor, you go in as a colonel. Like you go in like straight up 06. You go in with a college degree. You're an officer. Like you go in 4 years of college. You're an officer. But and you know we have to go, and me and Aria Realty, we have to salute you if you do that. So yeah, but a military is really, really great for a certain amount of time. But after a while, especially if you do a lot of deployments, that can get very rough on your love life, your personal life. Sometimes people die.
Yeah.
Very hard, bad thing. Ray, that's a $5 super chat. Said, I'll be going back cons starting next year. Gen Con 2022, August 4th to August 7th. All right, we're going to put that in my calendar as soon as this is done. But yeah, we're in. Yeah. We're done. Gaming is going to be great. Because you play WoW, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. He plays WoW. I play, well, look at my arm. I play a lot of games. I play a lot of heckin' games. Yeah. Jay Poppins says, I'm all in on OMI. Took a loan to get more OMI faster. Thinking of a second, can afford it in theory, can afford the repayments for about a year before I'd have to get a full-time job. I would do the same thing. If you are under the impression of saying like, hey, I can afford the payments for a year before you'd have to get a full-time job, go for it. That's what. Yeah. Yeah, not financial advice. I would do the same exact thing. Yeah. I would just go with like, can I get an SBA loan? Can I get like $30,000? Put it all into OMI, or like 25 of it into OMI, 5K of it into Bitcoin. Because again, God forbid. Kelly Butt says you need to be in jail. Like we're like the why? Because we served our country. because I want to donate 90% of what I'm getting into charity.
It's one of those jail comments again.
Yeah, it's one of those jail comments. J Palm says I'm kind of thinking of it as an advance on my salary. Yeah, that makes sense. And again, as long as you're comfortable knowing that there's a greater than 0% chance that OMI can go to zero. If as long as you're comfortable with that, which I am, if that happens, I'm out 100 grand. I'll cry. Yeah, so we're going to Gen Con right there. Thank you for those super chats. Harper C says, appreciate the content, have fun, and make some money. Yeah. Heck yeah, we are. We got to bet 11 black for Wraithax. Let me see what it is. Yep, bet 11 black.
11 black.
11 black for Wraithax. Yeah. $20. Oh god, that was the dollar comment. Oh yeah, Jay Pobbin says, do you think OMI will steadily climb to $1 year by year? Do you think OMI will be more like a stock than a crypto? Yeah, so I would say, yeah, like I said, $1 by 2026, end of 2026, and even if it doesn't, even if it takes till the end of the decade to reach $1, okay, so anyone that has a million OMI is gonna have $1 million. Anyone that has 500,000, like, again, I total complete shout out to Ethan Youngberg, who's 17, and the goal is 500,000 OMI. Yeah. Oh, and what do you mean when I ordered 2 Cybertrucks? Because I locked in full self-driving, and when full self-driving is started, like when it's completely solved, I can drive one Cybertruck and send the other one out essentially as an Uber. So
like passive income.
Yeah, that's passive. So he can do that with his Model 3. I can do that with my Cybertruck. Yeah, where it's a lot of, so it's passive income.
Yep.
Wraithax, another $5 super chat saying, Gary Gygax, the D&D creator, created this con long ago. It has grown to include all gaming, epic gaming. It would be great to see an E2 table there. I'm in.
There we go.
How much for a booth? Yeah. We can make an E2 and OMI. Yeah, we can make a booth. And I don't know if I made a video about that. I made a stream about that the other day, saying that you could have wouldn't it be great to put on an Earth 2 Comic-Con convention?
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we would totally do it. Yeah. Have Aria Realty on one side, me on the other. We could have a type of LARPing event. Like, we could do it in virtual reality, but we could do it there as well. Where we could have the Kraken versus Chavez Topia versus Alpha Kingdom versus whatever place he's in. And we could have people join in virtual reality. We could have people that are in live event. That'd be real. We have to look into how much it would cost to put that on. Probably $100,000.
Yeah, probably.
When I'm a Deca millionaire, I'll make it happen. If it hasn't happened by then, I'll put it on myself, and it'll be great. We'll invite Shane out. We'll fly Shane out. Fly all the devs out. Fly everyone out.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jay Poppin, definitely $1. I think by 2026, even if it doesn't happen until 2030, in my opinion, it's still going to happen. Preston Ty Anderson says $5 on number 3. Have a great time, you guys. All right, we'll do Preston Ty Anderson. God yeah says, I love you, Randy. I hope you make good content, even if it all blows over as a scam. Yeah. No, we would not put money into scams. Again, scams don't last. Was it 8 months, 9 months? They started. Yeah. Scams don't last that long. Scams are usually like overnight. Yeah, you usually pass. Or is this...
I do.
Oh, all right, there it is. Sure yeah. So scams don't last that long. And Grandmaster Mawa says, what business do you speculate will be in E2? Well, we went over on his live stream about you're going to have some adult content in there, because if you're in a tent and you have virtual reality, 2 consenting adults that are presumably over of age saying, oh, tip me $15. Thank you guys for 15 likes. $15 for 10 minutes of my time, and then I'll show you the goodies.
Yeah.
But I also,
goodies.
yeah. Also, if I find someone that can make a game that's more creative than me, I'll pay them so much money to create a game on my tiles, or if they want to rent my tiles. Like, who do you want to rent your tiles out to?
I'll rent my tiles out to big advertising companies or something, so I can make some money.
That's a good idea also. So I also have this idea of, I think virtual real estate, what are those people that always make, like, I'm a real estate agent. Virtual real estate agents will probably be a thing, not just in Earth 2, but anywhere where there's virtual space to be had. Decentraland, My Neighbor Alice, maybe in the VV-verse in the future, that type of thing as well. J Poppin says, first loan was to get tons of OMI, but got carried away with buying the NFTs. NFTs will 10x at least, but the token is definitely the better play. Agreed. J Poppin has still hit my minimum though. Oh, he's got $1 million! You did it, J Poppin! You did it! And again, Wraith has that $5 super chat saying that the D&D creator created this con. We'll be glad to go next year. George17 says, will you take profits this bull run? It will be absolute insanity soon, like 2017, but even more parabolic. What about you? You can take profits?
From what?
OMI, I'm guessing. Yeah, OMI.
I'll take profits, not yet.
Yeah. If you listen to Taps Trades, who is very, 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 very good at technical analysis, and he is a trader by day, he says that about Q4, we will have that, what do you call it? We will have that bear market starting. Although and again, he could very well be right, and most likely he probably will be, but I believe that because the Bitcoin ETF should be approved by October 28th, in my opinion, that will cause us to be in a super cycle, and all cause us to go really make a lot of money, like a super bull run. And so I won't, even though I know that there's, let's say, a 50% chance of it going from let's say whatever it is, let's say 5 cents at that time down to a penny. I won't take profits in September like many people are doing. Yeah. Are you gonna take profits?
Probably not.
Oh, he's not even taking profits either, so we're not. And Wraithax, that $5 super chat saying, love it, count me in. We'll introduce my A2 Wraithax Beyond Thunderdome game. We can't wait. That'll be great. Yes, heck yeah.
What do you think about Shaney says PvP is coming from Earth 2? What do you think that could be? Like, I have no idea what that's gonna be. It's PvP.
I hope it's gonna be like our avatars all going ham on each other. Just like, I want to see again. If anyone, have you played SmackDown vs. Raw like 2006 or 2007?
I think so, yeah.
All right, so if anyone remembers, you can create your own character. Me and my friend Mike spent like 3 hours creating like all the Mario Brothers. We created Michael Myers, because what you can do is you can go and put somebody in what are those the pants that Mario wears? You wear blue overall with a green shirt, a green hat. Okay, you're Luigi. Overalls with a red shirt and a red hat. You're Mario. So I want to see people like the Iron Giant as our avatars, the Mario Brothers, someone dressing up as Yoshi or Pikachu, Super Smash Brothers on a big scale, going ah. I want to see blood. Like, I want to see it look like Fallujah down there, where it's like.
Wait. What kind of pants do Mario Brothers wear?
Denim.
Yes.
Denim. Yeah. Taps Trade says, I hope I'm wrong and there's a super cycle. That'd be great for the main holdings. Yeah, 100%. And again, Taps Trade, I don't know if you, I assume you know who Kathy Wood is, who's, but again, you know that, I don't know how many Bitcoin ETFs there are scheduled, but yeah. I think there's a lot of pressure from other people to go and approve this Bitcoin ETF. But even if they do it, will they still go in a bear cycle? I don't know.
He said doo-doo.
J Poppin says, is the Tesla passive income tax thing confirmed? Can you speak more on that? I haven't heard of that before. Okay, J Poppin. So, right now, the what's that called? The Tesla full self-driving, the the ride-hailing network is set to be a multi-trillion-dollar business, and the ride-sharing network, the first to market that's going to have full self-driving, is, again, I've mentioned this before on the video stream, that why do some people not like Uber or Lyft is because they're driven around by some creepy guys, or again, there's human error. They're on their phone, they're talking a weird language, they're hitting on, a girl that's in there, and maybe they don't feel comfortable. Well, what happens in a Tesla that's not being driven? One, they don't have to pay the people to drive. They don't have to split revenue with them. Two, people feel more comfortable. One, the Uber that you're in, you don't know how safe that car is. The Tesla that you're in consistently gets that NHTSA safest car available.
Yep.
Like this one, we could try to go 130 miles an hour and swerve and try to like flip ourselves. We're not going to flip ourselves. Yeah. Like this thing, I am fine with this getting like us being hit by like a truck. And we'll be fine. I mean, might have some whiplash, but we'll be fine.
The value of these cars, it just stays with the car. That's absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
I bought this car for like $55,000, $60,000, and it's still worth like 95% of its value.
Yeah, so we're $51,000. What happened to my Honda Civic? As soon as I bought it, it lost like 30% of its value, like right away. And yeah, so it's best for that. But also, ride-sharing network. Let's say it costs Uber, I don't know, let's say it costs them $1 per mile. I don't know what it costs them. Let's say it costs $1 per mile. Tesla, it'll cost half that. So not only are they going to be able to get more profits, but it's going to be cheaper for the consumer. So what are you going to get? Are you going to get an Uber where it costs like, an Uber from where I live in Massapequa to Atlantic City is like $500, which I wouldn't do. But an Uber ride with a Tesla, again, that Tesla ride-sharing network would be $250. I'll do that. I'll do that all day. Yep. So I don't have to drive. Mr. YouTube User 2 says, do you own a Todd? If so, price prediction. I do not own a Todd. That's like one of the NFTs that they have for that. I do not own a Todd. And Raythax, thank you for that $5 super chat saying count me in. I'll introduce my E2 Raythax Beyond Thunderdome game. Ivan Terrible says, retiring in my 30s has been the plan since age 19. Ivan Terrible, let me know how old you are. Yeah, Taps, I hope you're wrong on that. Again, Taps, I don't know if you know this about me, but I was born lucky. Am I Nell from Advance Wars? I was born lucky. My girlfriend says I live a charmed life. And again, I was born in Peru, and I won the lottery. I got adopted out of Peru by a middle-class white family. That's why I talk like this. I don't talk with an accent. And were they a little mean to me? Do I have some scars from them? Yes, absolutely. But anything is much better than going. I think we're in a simulation, and here's like where I lose everyone. I think this is a computer simulation, and there's an alien that's controlling me. I'm the avatar, and they put all their points into luck. Like, there have been several times, I believe in quantum immortality theory, where you ever have any close calls, like, oh, I probably should have died there, but you don't. That means you died in another universe, but you're quantum immortal. Like, you're the last one to die.
Yeah.
And I think they put all their stats into the luck for me. I got so lucky with where I was in the military, at meeting. The reason why we know each other is because I sat in the cafeteria one day in the dining facility. I didn't know anyone, so I awkwardly come up to him, and I was just like, oh God, I was like, hey, can I sit here? Can I sit here? And he's like, yeah, sure, man. Because I didn't have any friends, I didn't know anyone, and that's how we met. And then we wound up working together a couple of times over the years. Yeah. Deployed to the same place, but not at the same time.
Correct.
Yeah. So go based on my luck. Throw logic out the window and be like, well, I would go, like, what was that? There was a poker game like 10, 12 years ago, like All Stars, like a Texas Hold'em game, where it's like, I'd rather be lucky than good.
Yep.
Now I'm good. I'm very good, but I'm also lucky. So that's, yeah. Earth 2 Pokemon, the real Professor Oak says, hey boys, we off to light Randy's car on fire. When are we lighting my car on fire? When it reaches $1? 10 cents?
It's $1?
I don't know. What I don't want to light my car on fire. Nomad with Guitar says, what are you doing in a Tesla? We're going to Atlantic City, mother flapper! Yeah. George 17 says, what if it goes to 50 cents? Don't think it can. Look at the top 10 coins from 2017. The gains are insane. 50 cents is my prediction for like 2 weeks before it crashes. Study XRP 2017 rise. Yeah, I think we're definitely in a bull cycle. This crypto summer is going to be insane. But 50 cents by like the end of this year, I don't know what I'd do. That's $5 million for me, right? Yes. No, 30 million times 50 cents. That's $15 million. I don't. Yeah. So I don't know. And we got a $5 super chat from Raythax saying, luck favors the prepared. It does. If you are prepared, you have the opportunity to get lucky. Like Wraithax, that black 11 we're going to put $20 on for you. What do you want us to do with it if it wins? We'll keep half of it, and then we'll let the other ride. That's what we'll do for you guys.
There we go. You're like the male version of Domino. You know, Domino, the lucky.
Yeah. So for any of you that does not read Marvel Comics, Domino has a superpower of luck, where a gun held to her hand, well, it's gonna jam because she wills it so. It's like, it's so cool. I love that. Tabs Trade says, Kathy Wood equals wifey. First major catalyst for one of the Bitcoin ETFs, I believe, is August 10th. Valkyrie's ETF. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
I did not know that either. Okay, so August 10th. So we have some time. So we only have like a month left, not even before that big catalyst. So we gotta again, it's being so suppressed right now. The manipulation, again, for Bitcoin, the biggest cryptocurrency, is real. So obviously you have people that are gonna try to manipulate OMI as well, and you know, the FUD on Earth 2, just all of it. Ivan Terrible says, I'm 27, currently aiming for 31 to 33. Well, I believe, Ivan, in my non-professional opinion, because this is not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if I were you, I would just be like, all right, all into OMI. And again, I did this not just by living in like a 2-bedroom, nice place apartment. No, I was living right next to a boiler room. I have not had a bed since 2017. I haven't. He's been to my.
He's not lying.
He's been to my place. I don't have air conditioning. I don't have my car doesn't have air conditioning. I was riding with the windows like all the way down. My hair was a mess when I got to RE Realties. So I did that because I could take that money that I would pay in rent, and I would just go and I would put it right back into the high risk lending, right back into Tesla, right back into and now OMI and Earth 2 and crypto and Bitcoin. OMI homie Mike Jack says, my boy Randy, let's get that bread, yeah son. Earth 2 Pokemon, the real Professor Oak says, 4 cents at 0.04 Randy, biggest live stream on YouTube today, fire type. See, like, I don't know if I want to, like one, that's going to be hella harsh for the environment. Light my car on fire.
I don't think the state or the city will let you. Then you'd probably get a ticket or arrested or something.
What we could do though is we want to have like a party where we just destroy my we get like mallets and stuff and we just start like breaking it. Thank you guys for 20 likes. That means the world. We take mallets and we could destroy my car. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Yeah, good catharsis. Cathartic, I think. Yeah.
Do you remember me myself? Would you ever see that the Street Fighter game where you're like punching
the car? Maybe we're both dating ourselves with that, showing our age with that one. We have been live for almost an hour, and it's so good. We're almost there. How much?
We're probably like 10 minutes away.
All right, 10 minutes away from Atlantic City, boys. Oh, I see it.
Here it is.
I see it.
There it is.
I see it. Professor, all right, so 0.4 is when I have that. So I guess 4 cents? I guess at 4 cents, so I would destroy them. I want to get the Tesla before then, though. Like, because if I destroy my car, I don't have a car. And knowing my cheap ass, I'm like not gonna get one. I'm just gonna I'm gonna Uber everywhere. Mr. YouTubers says, is 50 cents even possible by the end of the year? No. By end of the year, no. Definitely not.
No.
I think 8 cents by the end of the year is my base case. 10 to 12 is my bull case. 3 to 5 cents is my bear case by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Mr. Bart Rolo says, Are you Realty? Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
What up, man?
What up, man? So we were white girls. We got the Starbucks, and we got the other Starbucks.
Yeah, the Starbucks.
Well, he got coffee. I got bacon Groy egg bite. It's really heckin' good. George17 says, study the 2017 bull run. 50 cents will happen if OMI is the winner like XRP was. Look at the charts. Parabolic gains are insane. Low market cap is in our favor, plus the hype. Study it. Again, why I have 100 grand in OMI right now is because I believe in it so much. Why I'm going to put more in it is because he's got a couple million OMI as well. 100x by the end of this year, which I guess other things have 100x.
Yeah.
You've had Shiba Inu and Shiba and Elon Doge and like Baby Doge and all that. So I guess anything's possible, but it would take a bunch of whales coming in, selling, because again, you have buyer's fatigue, and then you also have the fact that if people 10x their money, a lot of people are going to sell. They 10x their money. Yeah. They might not want to wait for that 100x, but again, I don't know. That would be really hard.
Yeah.
I mean, 50 cents, you'd have $1 million. I picture you cash out. All right, I'm done. It's like I'm done.
Deuces.
Yeah, you'll never see Ari Realty again. He'll never make videos again. He's just gonna live in. Honestly, I would live in Atlantic City. I would.
Yeah.
I debated about it too, because only like an hour and a half away from where we used to work at McGuire Air Force Base, and I would say like, yeah, I would go and live there, and then just because we would spend so much that we would get our rooms comped most of the time.
Yeah.
Like at least 2 days a week we would get our rooms comped.
Here off like free hotel room.
Yeah, you could like free hotel room, and then that's it. Honestly, shit, I might do that. I might just carry a rent, over in New York, and then just live here.
Yeah.
Depends how tonight goes. See if I still got it. But again, making a couple $100. Oh, we're back. We're back. Yeah, sorry, I went through a tunnel. Homie Mike Jack says, don't see any reason for OMI to go up right now. I think we could see 0.0028 before another. I've seen people say that it'll get down to 0.002 and below again. If it does, 20. I want to get on the OMI Whale Watch. Apparently, there's a Twitter called OMI Whale Watch where anything that's over 10 million OMI is put into a wallet, they follow it. So I just want to be mentioned on there. I spend $25,000 just to be mentioned on Twitter. I'll do that just to get that. I'll put it. You guys have my word. If it drops down to below 0.0020, or even if it goes to 0.0020, I'll put another 25. I'll put $25,000 in if that does happen. You heard it here first. Ari Realty is my witness. Y'all are my witness as well.
Yep.
Another 25K into that.
Yeah.
Grandmaster Mawile says, what will be the benefits of having property near the center of megacities? Oh, okay. So property near the. Hey, that's where we're going. There it is. So the idea of having property next to that megacity, or at least I'm going to go where the pioneers are, me, Ari Realty, Guidebook Gaming, Nameless, King Tech Ops. You have the amount of people that are going and saying like, yeah, we're going to make something epic here. We're going to make a mall. We're going to make this. Or like, I want to have a penguin sanctuary sledding from Avatar. I want to have a paintball arena. Like, all of those activities are going to be in the center of those megacities.
I want one of those mini games in your city from what is that, Super Mario World, where there's that giant penguin that's sliding down the ice and you're trying to run away from it.
Yes, that was so good. I love that one. Yeah. So yes, I think that's what will be the benefits of having property near the center of those megacities. Penny Ponder says, after Immutable and even one exchange, will never be these prices again. Agreed, 1,000%, Penny. Jay Poppin says, what would you guys do to bring in passive income to live if you're in your late 20s and become a millionaire from this OMI cycle? Well, honestly, Tesla is probably enough passive income when full self-driving is solved, but we would still hang out. We'd probably go live every once in a while. Yeah. Just like, what are we doing today? Like, what are we doing today?
We're gonna valet.
Yeah, well, valet. One last question, then we gotta go. Ashtray says, at Homie Mike Jack, I hope so. Any dip leading to the week before Comic-Con is a blessing. Have a buy order at 0.0031. I will take that buy order. Do you have property, married? If no, buy duplex or fourplex, live in one half, rent the other. That's what our actual realty company is going to do. That's what we're doing next year. Yeah. So we got to go, guys. We love you. Raythax, thank you for that super chat. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say, where's Dashy? Where's Dashy? All right, I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow. Thank you, Raythax, for the super chats. Meow. Meow. Yeah, have a good day, too.